Welcome back to AntiKing, and welcome to what will be a new series, a series I'm hoping that will help me post more often, or upload more. I want to have more videos. A lot like AntiKing Reacts, this is going to be me doing stuff on the internet with you guys watching me. And in this first episode, I will be diving into something very familiar to me. Anyone that's around my age, I'm 30, a millennial, if you will, is probably very aware of the site Newgrounds, which was a site that hosted, I think it hosted like videos and a lot of stuff like that in like the pre-social media internet. But what I knew them mostly for, and what my friends knew them mostly for, was their Flash games. And having grown up with an affinity for punk rock and emo and stuff and things adjacent to those, there was one game on Newground that I came back to over and over again. It was just a huge time waster for me as a teenager. And that was called Punk-O-Matic, which is a game where you can use pre-recorded musical loops to make your own punk song. But anyways, today we are going to sit down and try to make the perfect song in Punk-O-Matic. So if you would please, meet me in split screen.
This f***ing game contains explicit language and f***ing themes not f***ing suitable for young f***.
Hey guys, it's me again. If you're new to this channel, you probably don't know that I have a tendency to start filming videos without checking if they're actually filming and or recording. And this is not an exception. I did it again. Oops, whoopsie. And I filmed for like 2 hours and I don't want to do all that again. So instead of going through and completely remaking an entire song, we're gonna look at the one I made last night and just kind of walk you step by step through what I was thinking with each part. But yeah, I'll kind of walk you through it, and then at the end we'll listen to the song, and at some point I'll probably do this again just so you guys can actually see like the process or whatever. But yeah, with that in mind, here's me explaining the song I made last night. All right, so let's see if any of this is gonna record. Boo! Ah! So the first thing I wanted to do was just to kind of have like a quick hit. Some of my favorite songs are the ones that kind of introduce each part individually before like throwing them all together. So that's more or less what I do in this next part. There's like a quick hit, then there's kind of like a raise, and then go to drums, guitar, bass, and that sounds like... So after the fast part and all like the tension, you really want it to kind of let it loose. Problem is, when I made it, it ends up sounding like two songs.
Where do you want to go?
So that next part I did a drum roll. That right there. But then it almost sounds like an entirely different... From this point on, it becomes almost a completely different... Okay, so in my head, even though we're like 40 seconds in here, this would be where like a verse would go. So you kind of tone down all the other parts, because this is where you would really want to be able to hear the vocal. See, and then you kind of bring in the guitar for its own little lead part here. Oh, mother. And then after a few of those, it'll start to, well, the bass comes in. And then right around here, you start to solo. Work back into the fast part. Little, stop it. That goes on for a bit. Okay, and then this is probably my favorite part. This little drum fill here. But there's no structure to this. These are just things I thought sounded cool. Does that again, and then we get into to another solo, kinda. And I don't know why, but every now and then this gets off, like one of the instruments will get off beat and it sounds really shitty. You probably heard it in the intro. Here comes the ska riff. Then there's a big build-up because I tried to make my own closing breakdown. That lead riff from earlier. So yeah, that's the parts, that's what I made. Without further ado, I guess let's premiere this bad boy, right? Meet me back in full screen. So that was it, guys. That was Punk-O-Matic. That was the best song ever heard. It was actually kind of two songs in one. Please like and subscribe. Every subscriber equals 2 tasty, tasty riffs. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.